One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides onto wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only so can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Whistles report he paves his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. Good evening to everybody. Let's get it in. So, everybody, Breakfast Club and everyone around, man, I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with us this evening. We're going to be doing some live coverage of Eminem introduces Obama at Harris campaign in Detroit. This is happening right now, so we're really going to dive deep into it. But before you guys do, you know what I mean? Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. You guys already know the deal with that. And also make sure you guys are subscribed down below. Also, if you guys would like to help out the show, we've got these scrolling down below. If you guys would like to help out the show monetarily, as we have, I'm sure that you guys already know, but the YouTube demonetization is real. The last 4 episodes of mine have been demonetized, which, hey, man, it just is what it is. It's part of the game, especially with what I talk about. And it's something like, for instance, right when I got off the live this morning, that whole gold situation and that immediately demonetized. So it was pretty funny. Anyways, if you guys would like to help out the show, you guys already know that we will have super chats and also channel members and all that great stuff. All those are shouted out, of course, during the middle of the show. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of stop and go because this is live coverage right now. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and try to get as much as possible as we can. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys are also following me on my Instagram right here at BallValve TV. It's where I post everything behind the scenes of the show, except for today, for this evening. Because I wasn't actually expecting this. So we're going to hop into this bitch right away. So appreciate all of you legends for being in here. Thank you guys so much for the, supporting the homie. You know what I mean? I very much appreciate that. So let's go ahead and share the screen on over to you guys so we can get caught up a little bit. So this is off of PBS NewsHour, and this is happening right now. Let's get into this shit. Let's see how you guys are doing over here, man. About to get wild over here, dude. Good to see you, Barbie, Dark Soul, Brother Steve, Brother Shadow, man. Appreciate you, man. Great jacket. And that is the cuh. That's the cuh right there. This woman had like a whole ass classes for 2 seconds.
Detroit!
Okay, easy, woman.
What up, Doe?
What up, Doe? Did she just did fucking Archbishop's What Up, Doe? Bro.
Stop the cap.
No fucking way it's already started this way.
We need a medic over here.
What is up with all these people needing medics all the fucking time at these Kamala Harris campaigns? What is going on? Medic already?
Let's give the person a little bit of room.
Medic?
We need another one over here.
This has happened like the last 4 campaigns have done.
We need 2 medics.
2 medics now. Why? Are you guys identifying that you're hurt?
We're good?
Are you good?
Okay, we're good to go, they're saying. If anyone needs help, raise your hand and we'll make sure we get it to you. But let's give them space to do what they need to do.
What kind of cap is this?
What up, Joe?
What up, though? Right? Push me hit.
All right. Hello, my friends from Detroit. How about them Lions?
Soul Survivor, get ready, bro. We're all about to find out. What's up, Papa Penguin? Good to see you, man.
Our team is showing the country what we are all about here in the motors. Okay, we need another medic. I apologize.
Another medic? What is happening?
Yeah. Okay, where the sign is waving there, we need some assistance.
Why? What is even happening? What up, KP? Good to see you, man. Bro, I don't know what's going on.
You good? You got us? Okay, okay. I love you too. Let's stay safe and help one another. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
dude. Cringe.
So our Lions, let me go back to the Lions, right?
What up?
All right.
We got Bob up in here,
Our
man.
team is showing the country what we're all about here in the Motor City and in the great state of Michigan. We play hard, we work together, and we get shit done, right?
Yo, we just started up, Greg. Appreciate you for being here, man. Welcome, welcome. Dude, it's unreal.
And we've been winning a lot. I think we should get used to it, right?
Yo, unapologetic. I can tell you, I know what's going on with me.
This is a city and a state of underdogs.
But this shit
A
is...
city and a state who carries themselves with championship swagger. A community
What up,
where
Jason?
people have one another's backs. And we never confuse cruelty with leadership. We know leadership is being brave and kind.
Your voice is a little too high-pitched for you to be screaming, woman.
This is the place that will elect Kamala Harris, the next president of the United States.
No. Stop the cat.
Now, I am thrilled to be here with Detroit's own Marshall Mathers.
What up, Hook Dog? Good to see you, man. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, we all know Eminem produced a hell of a show at the Michigan Central Station in Corktown. Am I right?
I honestly don't know who this is, Greg.
And of course,
Some
I'm
woman prattle.
thrilled to be here in Detroit, my beloved favorite city, who also happens to be hosting someone I've admired for a long
You sound like you
time.
forgot.
Someone I've always looked up to. One of my all-time heroes, Barack Obama.
You almost like forgot who the fuck she was talking about there. You had to look on her script.
President Obama saved Michigan's auto industry and protected hundreds of thousands of
This
jobs.
gets wild already, bro. What up, Carney? Good to see you, man.
And he is here because he knows how important Michigan is and how important
Sure they
this
did.
election is that we elect Kamala Harris as vice president, as a senator, as attorney general, as a county prosecutor. Kamala
What up,
Harris
Lee?
has
Good to
had
see-
one client her entire life. We the people.
Homegirl's coughing up a storm.
And let me just say, she's picked a hell of a running mate in Tim Walz.
Drink that water. She thirsty.
Together, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going to work to make a real difference in your life.
Hey,
They
for
propose
the very
plans-
first time ever, we got a white rapper DEI hire by Kamala Harris. First of its ever kind, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, DEI hire, you know, he got hired, he got picked.
plans to lower our costs, to
Tell me
grow
I'm
our
wrong.
economy, and to protect good paying jobs and our fundamental freedoms.
What up, Code? Good to
From
see you,
building
man.
3 million homes to tax relief for 100 million working and middle class families, to loans to start the small business, to in-home care for seniors on Medicare, to protections for women
Stop screaming.
workers, and LGBTQ plus communities.
Very hyper.
They will fight. They will fight for us because they have lived lives.
Mount High, man.
like
Good
ours.
to see you.
You know, Donald Trump doesn't get your life at all. Do you think he's ever had to take things out of the grocery cart in order to pay the bill?
I love
you
these
think
arguments.
well, yeah, you're right. He doesn't pay the bills, does he?
You knew that was coming. You knew that.
You think
Come
he's
on.
ever rushed out of the door to drive carpool?
What's up, Bliss Chris? Good to see you in here.
Come on.
Good
He
evening.
doesn't have a driver's license.
I don't think he's ever drove. Must be nice.
You think he's ever shoveled a neighbor's walk?
Maybe a golf cart. Yeah, you know, he's driven a golf cart. But car? I don't think so.
Way? I mean, you all know he doesn't even own a shovel, right?
Oh, you mean like Mark
This guy
Cuban?
has no idea what
You mean like Mark Cuban with Kamala Harris? Oh, yeah.
you go through every single day. He will say whatever it takes to get himself elected. And once he is, he'll do nothing to help you or your family get ahead. Kamala Harris, on the other side,
That's
on
right,
the other
Carney.
hand, is going to fight for you because she's lived a life like you have, like
Bruh.
we have.
Not the cap.
Do you know?
We got to be we got to be honest with this shit. You know what I mean? If you're going to disqualify him completely because he is unrelatable to everybody, well, so is Kamala Harris. What the fuck are you talking about, lady?
that she moved in with her sister to help her take care of her kids? Did you know that she took care of her mom at the end of her life when she was dying of cancer? You know she is the proud Kamala to a beautiful blended family. We need another medic over here, please.
Another medic. What is happening?
Please raise your hand so we know where the medic needs to go. Thank you.
This is some really weird shit. 3 medics? Yo? Why is this happening?
Has the medic reached the person in need?
The fuck is going on?
Security. We need security over here, please.
Bruh. Well, this is live coverage for you, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. They need a gurney,
A gurney. Well, now we're needing
a
gurney.
stretcher.
A stretcher. What did he get stabbed? What happened?
Okay, if everyone can just. It's okay. It's okay.
Bro,
The help is getting there.
what in the fuck is happening?
I love you too.
What up, Shocker? I see you up in your two-smith. What
So
up, SNS,
listen.
my brother?
What we need in the White House is someone who understands our lives, someone who understands how hard it is day to day, someone who understands every person deserves a path to
It's a nice pressed perk 30s, cuh. Yeah.
prosperity and dignity and full fundamental rights. You know, Donald Trump talks a big game, but he doesn't deliver. You all remember when he told us not one auto plant would close?
That's right.
The truth is 6 closed when Donald Trump was president. He failed us. He crashed our economy
Fair assessment, Greg.
and he lost 280,000 Michigan jobs. It cost us dearly, and we cannot let that happen again, so we are not going back.
No kidding, Steve.
Not going back.
Not going back. Not going back. I'm going to do the Trump.
On the other
Do the
hand,
Trump.
the Harris
going back.
and Biden administration
going
has delivered for us. Just yesterday, Hemlock Semiconductor won a huge federal investment to create thousands of jobs here in Michigan. Just think about that. That's thousands of workers who can come home after a long day at work and tuck their children in, knowing that their family is going to be okay.
I can't, Barbie. I know
Because
nothing
of the
from
Biden-Harris
the inside of it.
administration's investments in Michigan. There are more auto and construction workers. There are more factories and housing being built.
That's my boy.
More
Coach.
roads getting fixed. More middle-class jobs than when Trump was president. Now, yes, and we're fixing the damn roads. That's right. Okay.
Bro, every single blue city is fucked up with their roads. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, we still have a lot of good work to do, but places like Detroit are moving forward.
Stop screaming
And
at
Donald
me.
Trump just doesn't get that.
You're not even
I
talking.
know you all saw what he said about this
You're not even talking at me. You're screaming at me. That's crazy.
beautiful city. He called Detroit a failure and a mess. Proving he ain't firing on all cylinders. He doesn't have a clue what the hell he was talking about. And you know what I think? He ought to keep Detroit out of his mouth.
This lady. Yeah. This lady is so funny. You got jokes. You got jokes. You got Riz,
There's
everybody.
a
She
woman
got a
with
little
a
Riz.
t-shirt on that says, "Make America Detroit Again."
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that was the worst thing you could have just you should have just left what you just said. You should have just left that alone. You shouldn't have said that last part. That defeated everything you just said.
There's a woman with a t-shirt on that says, "Make America Detroit Again."
I thought she said that. Is she gonna endorse it?
I got a great backup choir, don't I? You know, this is a proud American
What up,
city
Emerald?
defined by grit and hustle.
Good to see you,
And these
sis.
might be characteristics Donald Trump doesn't even know about. We have been underestimated before, and we live to prove the haters wrong, right?
That's right, Lee.
Not the cap.
You are all here because you know the stakes. But not everyone does. And we got some work to do. You know what really changes people's minds or gets them to turn out to vote is when they hear from their neighbors or their family members or their coworkers or their fellow parishioners.
What's happening? Another medic?
Medic,
No fucking way.
we need a medic over here,
Stop
please.
that. Stop the cat.
Not the cap.
You're all fucking faking. Every one of you. Every last one of you at this point. You're all capping. I want to get on social media. Someone will record it. Here, Gracie, will you record
Give me
this?
a thumbs up when we've connected, please.
What the fuck is happening? There's no way this is real. It's like a pure act. Unreal. This is so Jerry Springer, bro.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You're not even kidding.
Let's thank all the first responders who are helping us out, all right?
You need lots of them. You need to be like having some on the campaign trail with you at this point. What the fuck is happening with you
So
devs
what
over there?
really matters to our fellow Michiganders as they are going to make their decision about this upcoming election is hearing from you, from someone they love, someone they trust, someone they know. And that's why you, the people, have the real power in this election.
That's
The
right,
way
brother
we
Lee.
win this thing is by talking to people and sharing why we're voting. Your voice is the power, and never forget it.
Yeah, it's very strange what's happening in this room right now. I think a lot of this is cap.
Now remember, Donald Trump knows this. That's why he tried to throw out your votes in 2020.
Hey, I'm with you, Greg.
He knows.
Let's go. It's
that
time.
when Detroit shows
Prepared.
up, he loses.
Stop the
And
cap,
he's
woman.
about to find out Detroiters don't play.
Who are you, lady? You look like a white girl.
So it's up to you, Detroit. Our choice is clear. Kamala Harris wants to move us forward, and Donald Trump wants to take us back. Kamala Harris will protect our freedoms.
All these talking
Donald
points.
Trump wants to take them away. She solves problems, and he is a problem.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, Detroit, let's make sure the world hears us come Election Day. Let's get out the vote, and let's make Kamala Harris the next president of the United States.
Stop the cat. What up, Beezer? Good to see you up in here, man. Good morning or good afternoon. I'm so you or afternoon. It's evening. What am I saying?
Thank you.
So used to the morning show.
I love you. Big Gretch out.
What is happening? This lady. It's like they're trying way overly hard to like relate to other people. You know what I mean? They're like trying really, really fucking hard to like fit in, be cool. It's like that, 52-year-old mom that wants to be cool again for her teenage daughter. Like that shit is cap. Yeah, no kidding, Emerald. Yeah. I gotta agree with that. Have the medics all been answered here? Uh-oh. Well, Trump just had a fucking mic error too. His was a long time. It was like last week or something. 4 days ago, 3 days ago. Yeah, bruh. It was gonna be hard for him to come back to being Eminem.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, well, that's not your fault, homie. That has everything to do with the producers in the back, the audio engineers, and all that shit. It has nothing to do with him. You can't give him a hard time for that.
I need to be out here shortly.
What up, Straight? That's so funny.
Passing out, having medical emergencies because it's been a long day.
That's why?
We've got water in the back.
Bro, I've never passed out, like, literally, because it's been a long day. Like, I've stayed up, like, 3 days straight. And that's a long 3-day bender. You know what I mean? Like, of just staying the fuck up. Yeah.
I'm asking
and I didn't pass
everybody
out.
to bend their knees with me.
No.
If you need to sit down, feel free to sit down. The last thing we need is somebody to get hurt. Thank you very much. If you're feeling faint, please sit down, head to the back. We'll get you back up. Thank you so much. Let's have a safe night. The program will begin very shortly.
This shit is wild. That's right, Code. All right, let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit here. Now that we are able to, they're kind of like just randomly doing shit here. Here we go.
Good afternoon,
I
Detroit.
think we don't have to sit through 10 minutes of that shit.
Are we up? Are we up? Are we fired up? Are we ready to go?
Bro.
I am so...
He literally just did the Barack Obama. Are you ready to go? Are you fired up? Are you ready to go? He literally just stole what the fuck Barack Obama does when he comes in on stage every fucking time, by the way.
Are we up? Are we fired up? Are we ready to go?
Oh my God. Bruh.
I am so blessed and honored to be speaking in front of all of you here today. My name is Ian Brox. I was born and raised here in Metro Detroit.
I feel
and
you,
I am
Hank.
proud to be working as a field organizer with the Michigan One campaign. My journey into organizing developed from a deep purpose to serve others and to uplift those who are in need, which brings me to the very reason I am standing in front of all of you here today. I truly love this community, and I want to do all that I can to ensure that it's still going to be a growing one.
I could do it.
I know that the single best thing that we can do for this city is to help Kamala Harris win this election.
What up, gunpowder? Now, good to see you, Conspiracy.
But if we're going to do it, then we need every single one of you to get involved.
No, I never have.
Every day we are reaching out to Michiganders about the choice that they have in this election. And right now, we need your help.
That either. Never needed that.
There are so many ways that you can lend a helping hand. You can make calls. You can knock doors in your neighborhood. You can walk right into a field office and ask an organizer, what do they need? But unfortunately, there are still a lot of people who have not made up their minds about this current election. And they're not going to be convinced by another ad or another email. They are going to get out and vote because of people like you and me. So with that being said, politics is not a spectator sport.
Why are you screaming?
If you're excited about Kamala Harris, but you're worried about—
I thought you guys are the party of joy. So far, I've just heard you guys barking down us. You know, what the hell is going on here?
The other side, then it's not enough to watch the polls and stress about the news.
Too much adrenaline.
We need to put down our phones and to join the team. So I'm here to ask each and every one of you, will you help us win this race?
Hell no.
Will you commit to doing your part?
Hell no.
Stupid.
Not
Will you
party.
sign up and volunteer so that we can do everything in our power to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz?
No.
Stupid.
So with us being 2 weeks away from Election Day, we can't back down. We have to do what Detroit does best and fight for what we believe in. Because Detroit, when we fight,
I thought you were the party of joy.
Thank you, Detroit. We have 2 weeks to make history.
When does joy fight? I thought they're lovers and joyous and, you know what I mean? Just saying. I'm taking their own claims. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip a little bit. What the hell's going on here? Who's this?
Hello, Detroit.
Who's this? Why is she in a whole trench coat?
Can't hear. Can you hear?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to eat this mic. My name is Alyssa Slotkin. I am so proud to be your nominee for the U.S. Senate.
I didn't say it. She said it.
I am so happy to be here tonight. Detroit, you're looking freaking good. You're looking good. Word on the street is we have now hit 12,000 people. So I just want to say, we all know why we're here. We know the mission. We know our responsibilities. We've talked about it. We've cheered about it. We've rallied about it.
That's right, Beezer.
And we know that our country has a choice to make in 14 days. And we know what we're going to do to help the country turn the right way in that path in the woods, the way we divert. We know what we have to do. We have to elect Kamala Harris as our next president.
Not the cap. Too much cap.
We have to elect the first woman president in history of the United States.
I wonder how many more people are going to need medics. Does anyone want to take a poll? I mean, we've had 4 now. We've had 4 already, and we're just like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes into this shit. You know what I mean? Anyone might want to make betting odds here? You know what I mean? Crazy.
And we're going to do it because Michigan is the center of the freaking universe right now. But don't worry, Michigan understands our goals.
Jason.
We understand what we have to do. We know what our responsibilities are. But let me just say this. This is a real full circle moment for me because I get to be here on stage with my former boss, Barack Obama.
Well, no wonder why you're speaking.
And let me
Your
just
boss.
say, I'm a former CIA officer, a civil servant. I worked for both parties, and I worked in the Bush White House. I was there the Friday he left office, and I was there the Monday that Barack Obama walked in. And it was amazing. Things were a little different. I got to be staffing as like a little nerd staffer that first day in office in the Situation Room. And what I can tell you, I saw up close.
What's up, Danny? Good to
was
see you,
something
sir.
that is missing from so much of politics: integrity in what we do and keeping that focus on the people and not yourself.
What up, Lawrence? I see you up in here, man.
I also
Appreciate you for
got
being
to
here.
experience
Good evening.
that lawyerly kind of inquisition that he did to you as a staffer to make sure you knew your stuff.
You know
I
your
sat
role.
there, right? Thank you.
Give me
I
a sandwich.
sat there as he would just grill me and grill me and grill me.
Get me another
And
grilled
what
cheese.
he focused on was the objective facts of a situation, not the politics, not what he should do, but what was right for the American people. I got to see it up close and learn from that. And I'm proud to be here as one of his alumni.
We got a killer up in there in Australia.
That
Appreciate
he's
you.
gotten a lot more chill. Like a lot. I saw him at the convention. He was wearing no socks. He was chilling out. So it is nice to see him. I saw him backstage. He is ready to go.
Okay, what does a guy with no socks have to do with anything regarding the country or policy? The fuck is going on?
Oh, he is ready
What are we
to fight
talking
in
about?
this election.
What are we even doing here? They've called 4 medics already.
Now,
4
I will
medics
just
and a
say
gurney.
that we all know that you're maybe you're here because you wanted to bring your kids or you wanted to see Obama up close or whatever.
And tomato
But we
soup.
know
Tomato
that at
soup.
the end of the day, you are here because you love your country and you want it to be better. You want it to be better. Don't we believe that America can live up to the promise and be a better place? Don't we believe that? So I could not be prouder to be here as your nominee for the U.S. Senate because Kamala Harris needs a positive Senate, a supportive Senate in what she's going to do.
No, he
Now,
is
before we get
Kanye
to
West.
the big guy, I want to invite one other person up here.
These are insider joke right there.
Someone who defines pure Michigan, someone who has brought attention to Detroit, someone who believes in our state, who believes in our teams, who believes in Michigan to his core, and has shown the whole world.
It's all of this has been so far. It's been pandering to emotions so far the entire time, except the medic. Oh, I guess maybe they were doing that based off of emotion. I don't know.
What Detroit and Michigan can do. So without further ado, can the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Oh, that was a terrible introduction, woman. He will never get away from that. He will never get away from that. Great. Now I can get a copyright.
Rhythm for you to know it's a rap. You said you was king, you lied through your teeth. For that, your feelings instead of
Detroit. What up, though?
What up, though?
So look, I wrote down a few things I wanted to say. I love you too.
A lot of identity politics.
I'm here tonight for a couple of important reasons. As most of you know, the city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan mean a lot to me. And going into this election, the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote.
That's why I decided to do live coverage on. Literally, that's why.
I also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known. I think Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld.
How? How are they protected?
And here to tell you much more about that, President Barack Obama.
That's all you were going to say? Thank you for hanging out with us, Tiffany. And he's walking out to Eminem, of course. Right, Baba.
Hello, Detroit.
Yeah, Beezer, I'm with you. I got my left-handed tobacco right here.
Are you ready to go?
See? There he goes with the, are you ready to go? Are you fired up? Are you ready to go?
Hey,
same shit every time.
Let me just say, let me just say,
Bruh. This is stupid.
Stupid.
What your thoughts?
I gotta say, you know, I have done
Real quick. Perfect timing, by the way. We got brother Lee Lance on the Cash App, man. Hit us up with the 5-spot saying love G from Tiffany and me, man. I very much appreciate that, kind sir. Your patronage is what allows us to do this, man. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for contributing.
A lot of rallies.
Channel, man. And
So
the
I
support,
don't
man, is unreal.
really get nervous.
Stop the
But
cat.
I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem.
Oh my God.
Now I notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak.
Oh my
arms
God.
are heavy.
No way.
Vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
Bruh.
I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
I can't believe I'm watching. I can't believe I'm witnessing what I'm seeing. This is great. This is awesome. This is amazing. Thank you guys for doing this for me. Good job, Brock.
I thought Eminem was going to be performing. I was going to jump out. Love me some Eminem. I love you back. All right. I love you back.
This is tough.
It is good to be back in Michigan. Good to be back in Motor City. Now, I heard there was another rally here on Friday night, but it was a little smaller than this one. Don't boo now, vote. Don't boo.
I really wish, here's the thing is he did that one time, the don't boo, vote, shit. And that shit was fucking heavy, worked, great timing, all that shit. Now that we've all seen you say it a million times. Yeah, bro. You got to move on to the next, you got to come up with something more savvy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that every single time, be predictable every single time. Like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you right now, don't boo. They can't hear your boos, but they can hear your votes.
I have to reset my camera real quick. Oops, my bad. Hold on 1 second. Boom.
To ask you to vote for your congressman, Sri Tanada, for your next senator, Alyssa Slotkin, for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris. And I know you've heard this already, but it is worth repeating. Here in Detroit, early in-person voting has already started. If you are not registered, you can do it right before you vote at any early voting site. Early in-person voting begins all across Michigan on October 26th. And if you have an absentee ballot, just go ahead and return it. Don't be waiting. Just go ahead and do that. Find out where to vote early, where to register. If you need to find out where there's a ballot drop box near you, all that information's at iwillvote.com/Michigan. All right, and then you help your friends and family make a plan to vote too. Because together, Detroit, we have a chance to choose a new generation of leadership in this country. To start building a better and stronger and fairer and more hopeful America.
How is that true if they're voting in essentially Harris, who ultimately worked under the Obama administration all the way through, right? I mean, Biden, all these people are from Obama administration from 2007. Bro, give it up. We all know that Harris is she works for you. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Let's be real about what the Obama administration is, you know?
And let me tell you, your vote is gonna matter.
Brother Beezer. I see that
Because
right here.
we know.
Hold on. We gotta do a whole stop to the show, man. You know what I mean? Brother Beezer sending $10 over on the Cash App saying, because fuck Obama. Now that is a message and monies I can get behind. Appreciate that. The patronage over to the channel, my man. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, brother.
This election is going to be tight. And it's going to be tight because a lot of Americans are still struggling. I miss you too, but hold on. We can catch up later.
Another cap.
As a country, hold on a second. As a country, we've been through a lot together these last few years.
They're interrupting him too much.
There was a historic pandemic, and it wreaked havoc on our communities and our families and our businesses. Disruptions from the pandemic then caused prices to hike, and that put a strain on family budgets. And people started feeling like no matter how hard they worked, they're just treading water.
I think you know, Mr.
So I get why people are looking to shake things up. I understand that. But what I cannot understand is why anybody would think that Donald Trump will shake things up in a way that is good for you.
What do you mean?
Because there is absolutely no evidence that this man thinks about anybody but himself.
What?
I have said it before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. And when he's not complaining, when he's not doing some strange tweet, he's trying to sell you stuff. I mean, who?
No way.
Who is hawking merch when they're running for president?
What's his reason?
He's trying to sell you golden sneakers. He's trying to sell you a $100,000 watch. Says it's made in.
They probably, you know, you got pretty big. They probably said, you either join us or you're completely against us and we're taking you down, motherfucker. You know what I mean? He could have been a part of them, you know, them Diddy parties or some shit. You know what I mean? And hey, look, he seeked asylum to Daddy Obama. You know what I mean?
Switzerland, but nobody really knows. And then, listen up, my favorite.
Man, I very much appreciate that, Beezer.
Bible.
Thank you, kind sir. Very much.
Don't boo. Don't boo. Vote.
Vote for Trump.
Gideon gives the Bible out for free. He wants to sell you the Word of God, Donald Trump edition. He's got his name right there next to Matthew and Luke. And I'll give you one guess where those Bibles are made.
I understand, Steve.
He's Mr. Tough Guy.
Yeah.
On China, except when he can.
Yeah, soon enough, we're going to hear medic. We need a gurney before we hear a fucking policy, dude. Not even joking.
Oh shit!
Unreal.
Listen, you cannot make this stuff up. If this was a routine on Saturday Night Live,
Democrats used to be
you'd be all like, no,
really good at
that's
policy.
going too far.
Like, I mean,
But
at
it's
least
all
having
true.
a fucking policy, having a stance.
And the reason he's doing it is because all he cares about is his ego and his money and his status. He's not thinking about you. For him, power is nothing more than a means to his ends. He wants the middle class to pay the price for another huge tax cut that would mostly help him and his country club buddies. He doesn't care if he costs women their reproductive rights because
he's
figures
really
it'll make a
big,
difference in his
and he
life.
has face tats, but he's very big.
And this is the most important thing. I want everybody to listen up. Donald Trump wants us to think
Good
that this country
observation,
is
Danny.
hopelessly divided between us and them. And us for him is the quote real Americans who support him, and everybody else who doesn't, that's them. That's the enemy. And he does this because he understands that dividing people, making people angry, that boosts his chances of being elected.
Crazy, Jason, isn't it?
So
it's kind of radical.
That's his mindset. Those are his intentions. And then there is also the question of his competence.
Oh, I need more of this. What are you guys drinking on? I can't listen to this.
An example of competence in your outstanding governor, Gretchen Whitmer.
What are you guys drinking on?
That's what
I was just kidding, by the way. I can sit through it.
Getting stuff done. On the other hand, have you seen Mr. Trump lately? He's out there he'll give like 2.5 hour speeches. Just a word salad. You don't know what the heck he's saying.
Word salad.
The other day, he had a town hall meeting. Now, I've had a lot of town hall meetings. And the point is that you're supposed to listen and then answer questions from your constituents. About 45 minutes into it, he just said, you know what, I don't feel like taking questions no more.
Some tweez.
And then he just played music for half an hour.
These are tweez.
He's just up there swaying to Ave Maria and YMCA. Can you imagine if Alyssa or I or Gretchen did that? Now, I will say our playlist might be better.
Hell yeah. I like what you got over there, Jason.
I'd have Lose Yourself on there. At one of his rallies recently, he called himself the father of IVF.
Wow, unapologetic American.
I have no idea what that means. And you don't either.
Yes, sir, dog.
January
be safe out there. No matter what you do, be safe.
Was a day of love. Made it sound like Woodstock. Made it sound like Coachella.
Steve, that's hilarious.
Here's the point, Detroit. If your grandpa was acting like this, you'd be worried. You'd call up.
That's
what
your listen. I honestly do support Elon Musk, but I don't use Twitter or whatever it's called. I don't use that. I mean, I used to years and years ago, but it was never a platform I really, really gave a fuck about. You know, I never really. I mean, I think on there, I think I only got like 4,000 like followers, something like that. Like, I never really used it like that. I have other I have Instagram and Facebook for that kind of shit, you know?
Your brother, your cousin. You'd be all like, let me holler at you.
That's right, Hook Dog. That's right, brother.
Have you noticed Grandpa?
Hit that like button, everybody.
He acting a little funny.
Thank you, guys.
But this is somebody who wants unchecked power. We do not need to see what an older, loonier Donald Trump looks like with no guardrails. America's ready to turn the page. We're ready for a better story. Michigan, we are ready.
I don't blame you, Bob.
President Kamala Harris.
He said, come on. Come on. Are you fired up? Are you ready to go? Ready to go?
And the good news is Kamala Harris is ready for the job. This is a leader who has spent her life fighting on behalf of people who need a voice, need a champion. Somebody who was raised in the middle class. She worked at McDonald's when she was in college to pay her expenses.
Grasping
she did
at
not
straws.
pretend to work at McDonald's
Grasping
when
at
it was
straws.
closed.
Hold on.
She worked at McDonald's when she was in college to pay her expenses. She did not pretend to work at McDonald's when it was closed.
This guy's an idiot. Of course he doesn't think he worked there. He doesn't think he worked at McDonald's. It's good. It's fucking crazy funny politics, bro. Like it's everything is a look in politics. And fucking Barack Obama knows it, and he's a little bit upset about it. He's a little salty
For
fries.
somebody who believes in the values that built this country.
McDonald's fries has a lot of what?
And she
Salt.
is as prepared as any nominee for president has ever been. That's who Kamala is. And in the White House, she'll have an outstanding partner in Governor Tim Walz. Now, before I came here, I was in Madison, Wisconsin, and Tim Walz was there.
Exactly, Papa.
And I love that dude.
Yep. It is 100% campaigning.
He's a veteran. He's a teacher. He's a coach, a marksman. He's been a great governor.
Wow. Hold on real quick. We got to give a big shout out over to Brother Straight Jacket for the $1 dues on the Cash App, man. I very much appreciate that. He says, for me and Brother Steve Easy. Let's go, man. Hey, if it's... No, you're not getting away with a free dues paying. So it's either you get the fucking dues paid or it's Steve. Don't be scamming me out of my own dues money, all right, cuh? I don't need none of that.
He's a car guy. He can even take a vintage truck apart and put it back together again. Now, do you think Donald Trump can do that? Do you think Donald Trump has ever even changed a tire in his life? Let me tell you, if that man gets a flat tire.
I appreciate you, Straight. Thank you, bro.
What's the matter? We need an EMT?
No fucking way. It really.
I think we may need an EMT back there.
So I called it that this motherfucker we're gonna hear for a medic before we hear policy. I said, are you a betting man? Are we gonna fucking chop up the fucking odds? You know what I mean? Let's fucking run it. I called it. I would have been making money if we would have made these bets. You know what I mean? But hey, that's fucking crazy. We got Brother Beezer up in here gifting out a membership out to the community, man. Holy motherfucking shit. Thank you guys so much. Beezer, thank you, kind sir, for the patronage to the channel. Whoever got it, man, I hope that you guys are enjoying yourselves and be around for Saturday mornings for the members only live streams, man. It's a great time for the Breakfast Club. Don't miss that shit.
That's all right. This always happens. Everybody bend your knees a little bit. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. You got to keep moving a little bit. Don't lock those knees. EMT right back there, please. Now.
No fucking way that this is
telling
happening.
You, he has not ever changed the flat tire. He has his chauffeur.
Have
change
you?
The tire.
Have you changed
He
the tire,
says,
Obama?
Jeeves.
What the fuck is going on?
Jeeves, change that tire.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
That's what he calls him, Jeeves.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. The
I
street
don't know
news.
if his name's actually Jeeves, but that's how I imagine it. The point is, if you elect Kamala and Tim, they will not be focused
There you
on
go,
their
Straight Jacket.
problems.
50
They'll
cent,
be focused
50
on
cent.
your problems.
I get you. I respect that.
They can see you and relate to you because they've lived like you have. And they understand that too many folks in Michigan and across the country are still struggling to pay the bills. Now, understand, wages are steadily growing. Inflation is slowing. But the price of everything from healthcare to housing to groceries is still too high. And that hurts.
Rebecca,
The question
it's
is,
nonsense.
who's actually going to do something about
It's
it?
been fucking crazy. This has been probably the most radical thing I've ever witnessed. And I'm so glad we're watching this shit live. So glad that we caught these reactions.
Y'all already
What
know
up,
the
Vengeful
answer, but let me
Truther up in
give it
here,
to you
man.
anyway.
Appreciate you for being here. Good evening, kind sir.
So, and this is, you have to do a little bit of homework, kind of examine their plans. So Donald Trump's plan is to give another massive tax cut to billionaires and big corporations. Do not boo. Vote. Now,
That's getting old.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I've been talking to people around the country, and sometimes I hear people say, well, you know, yeah, I know Trump's kind of goofy, but I do remember the
I can even do
when
that
he first
shit.
came in, it was pretty good. And I say, yeah, it was good because it was my economy.
Oh, bro. Bruh. Yeah, that's right. We're stopping the whole ass show. We got brother Dark Soul's Corner up in here saying, hit the like button, man. Dark Soul, I very much appreciate you, kind sir. Absolutely hit that like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. If you guys can do me that big favor, man, I very much appreciate that. And real quick, Steve says, I got to run, y'all. Enjoy listening to this clown. Everyone be safe and enjoy the night. Hopefully you have a wonderful night, kind sir. Thank you for enjoying the evening with us. We've been having a good one over here, as you can see.
I know y'all remember it. I know folks in Detroit remember it. I spent 8 years,
bro,
cleaning up the mess that the Republicans
You've
left.
missed a lot. You've missed a lot. I can't believe what
Y'all
we've
remember,
witnessed.
the auto industry in America was flat on its back.
But glad that you made it
They didn't
back.
want to lift a finger to help. And we made the investments to reopen those factories and put people back to work. And by the time I left office, I handed over to Donald Trump 75 straight months of jobs growth.
No idea. Vengeful.
Yeah, the economy was good.
I have no idea.
Because we did the work.
It's all emotions.
And all.
Bro, it's been
all
a
he
shit
did
show.
was give a tax cut to people who didn't need one.
Seymour, good to see you, man.
Drove up the deficit in the process. Now he wants to do it again. Do not fall for that okey doke.
Oh, the one that you've been running around for, 16
Don't
years?
be bamboozled.
You've been bamboozling motherfuckers for 16 years.
All right, so that's on the economy.
Yes, sir, brother
When
Papa
it comes
Penguin.
to
We'll see you on the flip
healthcare,
side, man. Thank you for being here and
Donald
supporting the
Trump's
show.
only answer is to end the Affordable Care Act.
I'm going to cover that shit,
Now,
believe it or not.
do not boo. Now, if you ask him,
Rebecca, it's
hold
crazy.
on. If you ask him, he doesn't really even know why he wants to end it, except for the fact that I did it. So,
Yeah,
but
this man straight from Chicago talking like that down here in the South, like he's from Mississippi or something.
the problem Vance has got is it's now popular, right? Because 50 million people have gotten health care from it that didn't have it before. So y'all remember this?
You've got to take time to go watch this back.
His running
Hardwire.
mate
It's crazy.
is debating Tim, and his running mate says, has the nerve, has the chutzpah, has the gall to say Donald Trump, quote, salvaged the Affordable Care Act. Donald Trump spent his entire presidency
Hell yeah,
trying to
Vengeful.
tear that thing.
I'm not planning on doing that tonight. I usually, believe it or not, I say this kind of openly on my morning shows, but I really rarely run a panel show. It has nothing to do with anything against anybody. It's just, for me, what I like to do is I really like to focus on you guys. You know what I mean? And when someone's on here or a panel's on here, I really can't focus. I have to focus on them. And I can't really necessarily focus as much as I'd like on the chat. I mean, of course, I still focus on both. But anyways, probably not tonight.
And
but
he couldn't even do that right.
We will do one soon, though, Vengeful.
And now, 8 years after he was elected, the moderator in the debate, y'all remember this, Moderator says, all right, well, if you
hell
you
yeah, I got
take
you,
down the
Vengeful.
Affordable Care Act, what are you going to do? He said, well, I've got concepts of a plan for how we replace it. Concepts of a plan. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Let's say your boss
Caesar
gives you an assignment, says, look, I need it by Friday. So Friday rolls around, your boss says, did you finish that project? And you say, well, actually, I haven't started, but I do have a concept of a plan.
Bruh. Good politics on Obama's side. Plan it up. He knows what he's doing.
Or you could try it at home. Honey, did you do the dishes? I have a concept of a plan to do the dishes.
This sounds stupid.
Stupid.
How's that going to go?
Literally, it's not even a good argument.
If it would not work for you, why should it work for the President of the United States?
This guy is insane.
And the good news is that Kamala Harris does not have concepts of a plan.
Yeah, Barbie.
She has an actual
unless I actually get, actually asked about certain things, I usually don't bring it up. You know what I mean? I usually don't. I don't, I just see people that constantly talk about themselves, and that's very off-putting to me. So anytime that like there's something to be said, it's usually on a question. You know what I mean? Hence why I really do enjoy interviews, because each time I've done an interview, like where I'm getting interviewed, it's been different every single time. Like it's evolved, like the story has evolved and just grown. And you know what I mean? Like me personally, but it's something that I really don't talk about unless I'm being asked. But that's awesome that you enjoyed it though, Barbie. That's what I hoped you would. I hope that people watched it and enjoyed it for real.
To bring down the cost of things like groceries.
Yes, Beezer, you're right about that.
Corporations that are trying to jack up prices, just like she went after the big banks and for-profit colleges when she was the Attorney General in California.
What up, Steve? I see you up in here, man.
Housing costs.
Good to see you.
Kamala is going to cut red tape and work with state and local governments and the private sector.
No, Bill Hicks,
3 million.
I swear to God, this has been the craziest fucking thing I've ever witnessed. I'm not even joking. They've already called 5 different medics. And we've been watching for, probably in total now, like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe 40, 30 something minutes of actual like watch through time. And yeah, dude, it's been the most insane shit I've ever fucking witnessed. And it's been all cap, dude. So make sure you go back and rewatch this shit when we're done. That goes to all of you guys. If you guys missed the beginning of this shit, you need to go back at the end of this.
New homes.
It's been crazy.
First-time home buyers.
I'm so glad I live reacted to this.
$25,000 to help with the down payment. Concrete plans.
Hell no, don't do that, Beezer.
To lower healthcare costs. Kamala's already worked with Joe Biden to bring down the cost of insulin and more than 50 prescription drugs.
That's the one sad. That's why, brother SNS, it took him forever to get a fucking membership, because you can't directly give a membership. Not even me. I have no control over that. That's only from the sign up person's position to do. I have zero control, and neither do you guys. The only way that you can hope that he gets it is anybody that's in the chat gets priority over gifted subs. So if you guys, I'm just saying hypothetically, you don't have to. I'm just saying, let's say you guys gifted out five subs. Usually it kind of prioritizes the people that are in the chat first, and then it goes to, the random people that are in my subscriber list, essentially. But nonetheless, it's very interesting how that works, that you can't gift a membership directly, and it's really stupid. Now, see, on Twitch, I came from Twitch, as you guys know. You can directly give someone a subscription. Like, I could gift you from me to you. I could gift you directly. And yeah, you can't do that on YouTube. One thing I really think is stupid on YouTube. I don't know why they do that.
She will not stop working to limit out-of-pocket costs and protect your kid. And instead of giving more tax cuts to billionaires, raising prices on working families, Kamala's going to give a tax cut to people who need it. 100 million working class and middle class and working people here in America.
Bro, we had so many gift out, Danny. On that membership drive, we had 64 fucking gifted subs. Yo, like that shit is fucking mind blowing to me, y'all.
That's
real.
who Kamala is. That's what she stands for.
Yo, what
not
up, 1%
concepts of a
Drifter? I
plan,
see you
but
up in here,
actual
man.
plan.
Good to see you. As well as brother Junior up in
Now,
here. Evil Rick.
If you
Damn, man, good to
challenge
see you guys.
Trump or Vance on these quote unquote concepts, then they'll fall back on one answer. This is their go-to about everything. Blame immigrants. He wants you to believe that if you let him round up
Oh
whoever he
shit!
wants and
Who
ship
got
them
it?
out.
Who got it? We got brother Beezer in the chat, man. Oh shit! Let's go ahead and see because I can only see from the phone side. Oh, Christopher got it. All right, all right. I appreciate that, brother Beezer. Appreciate the patronage over to the channel, man. Thank you for that.
All your
Very
problems
much.
will be solved. Now, hold on a second.
I need to
Listen
drink
up.
to this.
There are going to be a couple times where I really want to
And left-handed tobacco.
because this is a big issue that's driving a lot of folks to think about voting for this guy.
This guy.
So I want everybody to pay attention, and I want you to say this when you're talking to folks who are concerned about immigration. Immigration is a real issue at our borders. We are a nation of
You
immigrants.
did try, kind sir. I
and we are a
appreciate the
nation of
sentiment.
laws. And we have to make sure the system works the way it's supposed to. And it's orderly. That's true. But here's the thing I don't understand. Him and Vance
I really think it was a dumb decision on Eminem's part. I think it's bad decision for any like musicians. Honestly, I really think it's bad for them. I think that the musicians and shit, unless you're a political speaker, you know what I mean? Then I really don't, you know what I mean? What do you know about fucking politics? Like, I guarantee you I could debate fucking any of these guys, you know what I mean? Like, what, Taylor Swift? You think, yeah, I'd smoke that bitch real quick, man. You know what I mean? In the sense of like in a debate, there's just no way that you don't know. There's no way you have the knowledge I got on like geopolitics, world news, internal politics with inside and the outside of the United States, man. Like, come on, man, stop the cap, right?
Stop the cap.
I was talking about, well, Kamala, you've been vice president for 4 years. Let me tell you something. What, wasn't Donald Trump president for 4 years?
We did try, brother Evil. We did try. I got to give him
Wasn't
A for
he
effort.
in charge for 4 years? If rounding up and deporting millions of desperate people, many of them who are women and children.
You're gonna
if
need
that's
like
the
6 of
answer to
them,
everything,
Danny. You're gonna need like 6.
why is it that the number of undocumented immigrants basically stayed the same when he left office as when he took office? He did not solve the problem, and I'll tell you why. Because he does not have a real plan. He has concepts of a plan, and it's a mean and ugly plan designed to make people resentful and angry.
No fucking way.
So I'll
straight
tell you
jacket.
what an actual plan is. There was an actual plan to bring order at the border and fix our immigration system. A bipartisan deal that Kamala Harris supported, even though it was written by one of the most conservative Republicans in Congress. It was ready for a vote. And Donald Trump decided to tank that bill. He called up and pressured Republicans, do not vote for this.
Exactly.
Because he wanted the issue for the election. He thought it would be helpful to him when he ran for president. Think about that. We do not need a president who will make problems worse just to make his politics better. We need a president who wants to solve problems and make your life better. And that's what Kamala Harris is going to do.
What the fuck is going on? I don't even know what's going on now.
And to help her do it, she will need a Senate full of public servants like Alyssa Slotkin. Now, some of you may not be aware, Alyssa and I go way back.
Way back.
She was in the administration.
In the
She
administration.
was sitting in the Situation Room.
Did you just hear that? Remember how I said earlier that she, you know, she just works for Daddy Obama, you know what I mean? Just like Kamala Harris does. That broad in the trench coat back there? Yeah. And remember how we discussed that it's not even like Joe Biden's administration and all that. No. It's all, including Kamala Harris, Obama's administration. Hence, Obama is fucking the guy running the fucking show right here. You know what I mean? The face of politics. Oh, yeah. This shit, 100%. He's running the shit behind the scenes. He's doing all that shit. And you guys just heard what he just said right there.
Some of you may not be aware, Alyssa and I go way back. She was in the administration.
Mm-hmm.
She was sitting in the Situation Room.
In the administration?
She delivered national security briefings on some of the toughest issues we were dealing with. Alyssa don't play. She is serious. And on some of these key issues, I'd have her negotiate on my behalf because she understood when you had to compromise and when you had to stand firm. And in Congress,
I can't, though.
She's been working.
I can't play any actual music on here, though. Like, unless I have permission to do so. Like, all the music that I play is, like, I got permission to do so. But you can't do that on YouTube, man. That's the one thing that really sucks.
Like bringing down the cost of prescription drugs and bringing supply chains back to the U.S. and creating good jobs right here in Michigan, working with state government. This is the kind of
Did I rap for you guys, though?
Need in Washington.
Should we rap?
Presidents can't do it
we
alone.
We should rap. Because here's the thing. We got to be pandering to audiences just like Kamala Harris. When she's in front of different crowds, she starts pandering. Well, maybe I should start pandering. You know, maybe I should do my own shit. You know, fuck it.
Will help Kamala and Tim get stuff done.
Let me grab one thing.
Somebody who shares our values and wants to move the country forward and not back. Now, one of those values we share, that we talk about, that we worked on, that all of you care deeply about, is freedom. So let me talk about that just for a second. I don't think we've ever had an election with candidates whose conception, whose understanding of freedom is so different.
I probably should.
Because for Donald Trump and his cronies, freedom basically just means getting away with stuff.
Just getting away with stuff.
He wants to be able to, like, fire workers, bust unions, and get away with it. Or allow companies to pollute our water and our air and get away with it. He said in the middle of the pandemic, when people were dying and hospitals were being overrun, he actually said, I do not take any responsibility at all. I do not believe any American president has ever uttered those words before. But that's his idea of freedom. He gets to do what he wants, and he's not responsible for anything. We have a broader idea of freedom. We believe in the freedom, if we're willing to work hard to provide for our families. We believe in the freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water and send our kids to school without worrying if they're going to come home. We believe that true freedom gives each of us the right to make decisions about our own lives. And it requires us to recognize that other people.
Yo, what up, Garrett? Good to see you, man.
Make different choices. You know, I've always said on tough issues, let's take one of the toughest. There are good people of conscience on both sides of the abortion divide. And I respect anybody whose faith tells them this isn't something they can support. But if we believe in freedom, then we should at least agree that such a deeply personal decision should be made by the woman whose body is involved and not by politicians.
Don't worry, go back afterwards and watch. Go back afterwards. I promise you it's worth it.
And the majority of America agrees with it, which is why you've been seeing Donald Trump try to tie himself into a pretzel on this issue.
Bruh.
When he ran for president the first time, he said he'd support punishing women who got an abortion. Now, just a few weeks ago, he told women, I'll be your protector. I'll tell you how he protected you. He handpicked 3 of the Supreme Court justices that overturned Roe versus Wade. He bragged about it. Now there are Trump abortion bans in 20 states, many of them with no exceptions for rape and incest. And he's going around saying everybody wanted it that way. No, they did not. So Donald Trump may be confused, but let's be clear about what's at stake here.
We about to wrap.
We
about to wrap, Beezer. You better be ready for this shit as soon as Obama's done speaking.
Back into the Senate. She will vote to restore the reproductive freedom that women had for nearly 50 years. And if Congress passes
no kidding,
bill,
Evil.
Kamala Harris will sign it into law. And that is just one example of how elections matter. And I want to spend a little time on this. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Hey,
a lot of woman prattle.
I get how frustrating politics can seem sometimes. I get frustrated, Lord knows. I don't watch cable news because it gives you a headache, put you in a bad mood, because it seems like folks are just arguing and bickering and mad.
Yeah, you do that on TikTok, Instagram, every other platform too.
So you start feeling like your vote doesn't matter. But in fact, your vote does matter, because your vote can make your life a little bit better.
I will. I definitely will.
Worse. Now, people sometimes, I think, have the wrong idea. Politics is not going to solve all your problems. Poverty will still exist, even if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz get elected, because it's a hard problem.
Well, I'm glad he said that.
Racism doesn't go away based on one vote or one administration.
Yep, that's right.
Those things don't stop overnight. The way you make progress is by making things better a little bit at a time, and then over time, those little differences become big differences. And
we just got a lot of women prattle.
Look, I'll use an example, because over 8 years, Alyssa, myself, others worked really hard, and
wrap it up.
We got a lot of stuff done, but there's a bunch of stuff I didn't get done. I didn't solve, for example, all the problems with our healthcare system, but almost 50 million people have gotten health care through the Affordable Care Act. It made a difference in their lives. Everybody here, everybody in this auditorium knows somebody who would not have had health insurance if it hadn't been for that bill. More than 50 million people with pre-existing conditions can no longer be denied coverage or charged more. Before that passed, if you had a kid who got sick, even if they got cured, the fact that they had gotten sick before, that they had a pre-existing condition, they might not have been able to get insurance. So no. Look, I'm using this as an example to tell you that a little bit of change for the better makes a difference. I'll give you another example that nobody talks about anymore. And I don't know why we don't talk about it. When I was president, in my second term,
I need more of this.
And we had been dealing with.
This keeps going on.
We had seen like the H1N1 virus and the Ebola virus, and I talked to scientists, and they said, look, with globalization, with travel, growing populations. At some point, we're going to have a big pandemic. So I said to my team, I said, look, the same way we plan for hurricanes and tornadoes, we actually have to plan for a pandemic. So we put together a whole playbook, talked to the experts, we got all the agencies together. We said, if a pandemic happens, here's how we are going to deal with the public health system. Here's how we're going to deal with the schools. Here's how we're going to accelerate vaccinations.
And repeat,
And here's how we're going to explain it to people so people can understand it. We've practiced it. So when Donald Trump comes in, just like I handed him a good economy, I handed him this playbook, and he just, I guess, dropped it in the trash bin. 3 years later, a pandemic hits. Now, I want to be really fair and accurate on this, all right? No matter who was president, COVID was going to be a crisis. No matter who was president.
Can you wrap it up?
People were going to die and get sick, and there were going to be businesses that shut down for a while and travel restrictions, because this is something that hadn't happened for 100 years. But if you look
I didn't.
Right across the border in
Marburg?
Canada, their per capita death rate from COVID was 60% lower than here in the U.S. Now I want you to do the math. Over 1 million people died during the pandemic here in the U.S. 60% is 600,000 people. That's people's grandparents, people's parents,
pandering to emotions,
co-workers, friends. Some of those folks might be alive if we have a competent president who actually is paying attention and doing their homework and actually trying to make things better, as opposed to telling people, go ahead and inject bleach. That might work. So do not tell me that your vote doesn't matter. If somebody,
I don't have medical
in your
either.
family, in your neighborhood, your coworker
That's
tells
good that you do.
It don't make a difference, then you've got to tell them, no, having somebody who's competent and sees you and cares about you and thinks about you, it makes a difference. It'll make a difference to them. They may not always know it. And if that's not enough, then you also have to remind them that any election is about more than
I used to have Medi-Cal.
It's about values.
Once I moved out, I no longer had insurance.
It is about character. Now, some of you know, growing up, I didn't have a father in the house. But I was lucky enough to have people around me, a stepfather, my grandparents, teachers, coaches, and most of all, my mom, who tried to teach me the difference between right and wrong.
I would love that, straight. Yeah, probably not.
And who showed me what it
terrible
meant
service
to be honest,
too.
and be responsible,
Absolute
and to
garbage.
work hard, and be accountable and treat other people
No,
the way
I don't
want to be treated.
I don't qualify until I make my disability case. That's it. It's crazy.
And I won't lie to you. You know, when I was a teenager, through young adulthood, I did not always live up to those values the way I should have. And I made mistakes. And I tried to learn from them. And I internalized those values. And I tried to live up to them. And I tried to pass them on to my kids. And I suspect most of you grew up the same way. And one of the most disturbing things about this election, about Trump's rise in politics,
Dude, no kidding, SNS.
is how
I like
so
that.
many
Someone
of
put a
us,
dill in
even
his mouth. Damn.
good people that we know, seem somehow suddenly to be willing to set aside values that we were taught.
You need to hand him a lollipop.
I mean, the day after the 2020 election, thousands of mail ballots were being counted right here in this convention center. And because Donald Trump
That's
was
so
willing
brutal,
to
Jason. It should
spread
never be that
lies
way.
about voter fraud in
Defeats
Michigan.
the entire purpose.
Protesters came down, banged on the windows, shouting, "Let us in, stop the count." Poll workers inside being intimidated. Earlier this month, we learned that someone on Trump's campaign told the lawyer to, quote, to find a reason to try to throw out votes, quote, even if it's BS. Hey, do not boo. Later, hold on. Later, the same staffer said, quote, make people riot. All because Donald Trump couldn't accept losing. Right now, we got.
You would think that he was fucking running for president again. No fucking kidding, Vengeful. Good fucking observation. He says, like, who's fucking running for president over there? Is Kamala still in at this point? Hello? Hello? Fucking crazy. She can't speak for herself. So she needs people like Obama to, you know, Daddy Obama to fucking step in and handle the shit.
We just saw one of the deadliest couple of hurricanes down in North Carolina, Florida. And while Biden and Harris are comforting families and trying to get aid, and FEMA workers trying to go out there, Donald Trump is making stuff up, saying that, oh, they're diverting emergency funds to immigrants, and that they're not giving it to Republican counties. And so suddenly FEMA workers, emergency workers trying to help desperate people, are worried about their own safety, and people aren't applying for aid. When did that become okay? No, look, I know you know the answer.
What's up, Orland?
But I want us to think about this.
Good to see you, kind sir.
No matter where you stand on the issues, why would you go along with that? If your co-workers act like that, they wouldn't be your co-workers for very long. If you had a family member who acted like that, you might still love them, but you wouldn't put them in charge of anything. You wouldn't trust them. And yet when Donald Trump lies or cheats or shows utter disregard for our Constitution, when he calls service members who died in battle losers, when he calls fellow citizens vermin.
That's right, Vengeful.
We make excuses for it. We act like it's okay. Or at least those who say they're supporting him, they say, well, you know,
no kidding, Beezer.
It's not that serious.
No kidding.
What, you know, as long as we win, that's how politics is played. No,
see, Obama continues to still fuck you, Beezer. Isn't that crazy?
And I've noticed this especially, you know, a while back I said this, and some folks were all, you know, asking me questions about it, where I said, look, especially some men seem to think Donald Trump's behavior is somehow a sign of strength. You know, no. Look, I want to be clear. I want everybody to actually look at the record. I want them to educate themselves on the issues. I have friends who have voted Republican in the past. I do not think one party has the monopoly on all wisdom. But when I hear folks saying, yeah, I'm thinking about voting for him just because, and I say, what? And they say, well, I know he seems strong. He seems tough.
Just because?
I saw him at the UFC fight.
This is crazy.
I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is.
No, it's a lot of coke.
It never has been.
A lot of coke.
Real strength is about working hard. All those guys showing up every day on the factory floor, busting their butts to support their families. That's real strength. Real strength is taking responsibility for your actions.
Brother GEG, good to see you, man.
And upholding your duty. Real strength is about telling the truth, even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That's what we should want in our daughters and our sons. And that is what I want to see in the President of the United States of America.
End it. Wrap it up. Come on, man. Finish up. Say your goodbyes.
And the good news is
Adios.
that you have candidates to vote for in this election
Woman
who
proud.
demonstrate that kind of character,
Obama proud.
who know what real strength looks like, who will set a good example and do the right thing and leave this country better than they found it. And that is the choice in this election. It is not just policies that are on the ballot. It is about who we are. It is about what we stand for. So whether this election is making you feel excited or scared or hopeful or frustrated or anything in between, do not sit back and hope for the best. I know I'm the hope guy, but don't just hope. Get off your couch and vote.
End it.
Put down your vote. Put down your phone and vote. Vote for Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States. Vote for Tim Walz as the next vice president of the United States. Vote for Alyssa Slotkin and this whole incredible Michigan Democratic ticket. Get your friends and family, neighbors, co-workers to do the same.
This is the preacher in them.
Because if enough of us make our voices heard, we will leave no doubt about the outcome of this election. We will leave no doubt about who we are and what America stands for.
So overemphasized.
And together we will keep building a country that is more fair and more just and more equal and more free. That is our job, Detroit. That is our job, Michigan. That's our responsibility. Let's get to work. Thank you, Detroit. Thank you, Michigan.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Emotional damage.
Bro, so fucking rough. Oh my God, dude. Like that is crazy, dude. That's some crazy fucking shit right there. All right, you guys ready for this? Because listen, I did promise a little something, and you guys did sit through a little bit of fucking craziness, you know? So I will respect that, you know what I mean? We're going to get down with our bad selves, you know? Hey, fuck it. It is time, motherfuckers. You know? It's just motherfucking time. Let me get the levels right. Blame me. Let me bring down the volume a little bit. You homies know my Papa Classic flow. On my Papa Classic flow. I'm a classic flow. It's R-A-W. R-A-W. You're looking at the Grand Wizard. Oh Lord, vocal cords so vicious. And I don't have to show riches to pull off with some bad bitches. And it ain't about chivalry. It's about dope lyrics and delivery. It's about my persona, and none like a man that can do what he wanna, and none like a man that you knew on the corner. See him come up, fuck up the owner. See him throw up, West Side, California. Bitch, I'm hot, it's Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Utah, I got multiple bitches, it's a new law. You can hold it to riches, dumb bitch don't spin it. As soon as you get it, and recognize I'm a captain, you a lieutenant. Hey! I can say what I wanna say, ain't nothing to it. Gangsta rap made me do it. If I call you a bitch, ain't nothing to it. Gangsta rap made me do it. Hey, I can act like an animal, ain't nothing to it. Gangsta rap made me do it. I can eat you like a cannibal, ain't nothing to it. Gangsta rap made me do it. I'm raw as a dirty needle, choke an eagle just to feed all my people. Lyrically, I'm so lethal. Plant thoughts in the mind just to defeat you. Ice Cube is a saga. Y'all spit saliva and I spit lava. I get to hear this flow. Don't get near this hoe if you're scared to go. I can't think. Why should I change that? Y'all motherfuckers trying to change rap. They ain't you the same cat that back when they brought cocaine back. Trying to get me a Maybach. You motherfuckers trying to tell me don't say that. You're the ones that we learned from. Heard it back in 1971. champ. Ain't nothing to it. That made me do it. I call you a navigated hoe. Ain't nothing to it. That made me do it. Hey, if I shoot up to college, ain't nothing to it. Thanks to that made me do it. If I rob you of knowledge, ain't nothing to it. Thanks to that made me do it. Thank God when I bless the mic, trying to hear the shit that you like. Homie, talk about real life. You try to get the shit right. Use a brain, not to act. Use a brain, not a gat. Party, not a jack. For real though. Don't be scared on them people. Walk up in there and show them that you're fuck them. And don't be material, bitch you up. I'm milking cereal. I never forgot. Van Ness and Imperial. Look at the valve. It's lyrical. It could be you if you was this lyrical. It could be her. If you was this lyrical. It's me and a lot. Go back like cronies. This B is my home. I sell Lil Crack. Ain't nothing to it. Thanks for rap made me do it. If I die in Iraq, ain't nothing to it. Thanks for rap made me do it. If I take you for granted, nothing to it. Thanks for rap made me do it. If I fuck up the planet, ain't nothing to it. Thanks for rap made me do it. Let's go! Sheesh. I got my lyrics written on my legs. Yo, Barbie, thank you so much. Getting down in the ballroom. That's right. Barbie, thank you so much for Canadian money over there. Very nice. What are you talking about right there? Was it worth the wait? Was it worth the wait, homie? You got it. Yeah, we're fucking crazy out here, you know what I mean? Dirty needles are bad, okay, dude? Okay. I hope that you guys got to enjoy that, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about at the end of the day, is just having a fucking good time. And a lot of people don't have a good time anymore, you know what I mean? A lot of people are kind of scared, you know, especially when it comes to live streamers, man. I don't know what it is, but like the whole, like, just the, you know, just, hey, man, you know, like, I don't get that, man. I just don't get it. Like, can you even watch yourself, dog? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's kind of crazy, just the mind process of how, you know, no one has fun in this shit anymore. Everyone's too fucking worried about, you know, how other people are going to view them and shit. Like, fuck all that. Like, do you think a leader gives a fuck about what anybody's got to say? You know what I mean? Like, fuck no. I mean, he just does. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people got to fucking, you know, whatever. We got Whirling up in the building. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys, man. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Home run, motherfucker. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Frogzilla, I appreciate you for being here, man. Good to see you. We got Carney Ride up in the building. We got him sending, we got Carney sending $2 over to the Cash App, man. Humongous W's in the chat, man. Thank you so much for that. So with that being said, everybody, oh wait, we're not even done yet. We're not even fucking done. We haven't even seen Kamala Harris. No! Oh my fucking God. No! 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 Rough, dude. Oh, gotta do this. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward now. Fuck. Oh, is she not even gonna come up? What's going on here? Oh, she is gonna come up here in a minute. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh, wait. They are still going. Are they? No, they fucking ended it just now. Oh, they just fucking did it. Oh, no, 34 minutes ago. Okay, fuck, dude. That's crazy. All right, so they're not even going to have Harris speak? Oh, my God. How are you going to have Obama only do, like, how are you not going to show up to your own fucking rally and speak at your own rally? Oh, my God, dude. I cannot fucking believe it. I cannot believe it. That's crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. You can't make this shit up, dude. Oh my God. So with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you guys were here with us this evening, and hopefully we left it off on a banger. Glad thing, you know, I'm actually glad that I don't have to hear that crazy shrill voice, but yeah, you know what I mean? We had a good ass time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves here on the live coverage, man. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, because listen, man, when we do these live coverages, it's last minute. I mean, it's right then and there, you know, that you really can't plan that shit. It just happens when it happens. And so for you guys to be following the channel like that and show up for the live coverages, man, I very much appreciate that, more than you guys know, man. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. We will see you guys tomorrow morning, as always, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 a.m. on the West Coast. All right. And then that is 11 a.m. on the East. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your guys' way out. And also follow me on my Instagram at TV. That's where I post everything behind the scenes, where I do all my shit. So anyways, appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Much love, honor, respect, everybody, and be safe out there.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in its soul. With a heart of steel and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only Metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit.